Today I'm going to teach you one way how to get sent home from school, and I'm going to do it with a real life story. Welcome back to Capo TV, the channel where we know school is a joke and you don't want to be the punchline. If this is your first time here, you like what you see, and you want to help us spread the message that school is a joke, hit that subscribe button now. This video is a bit of a throwback to an older video that I did in my sub-stories series, Substitute Stories that is, where I told the tale of when I helped a student go home from school early by pretending that he was sick. And it's got a ridiculous thumbnail drawn in MS Paint with a kid vomiting everywhere. And what also is in that video is a whole bunch of cringe. See, back when I started this channel, I didn't really have a direction. I was just kind of making videos here and there about whatever I wanted. And in this video, as you can probably see by the clips I'm showing, I used action figures and I used voiceovers. Listen to this.
That way you only have to tell one lie instead of coming up with 20, and they won't have to get a janitor, and they won't give you too much hassle about other signs or symptoms. Yeah, how can they tell whether I have a headache or not?
What was I thinking? That, looking back, it's pretty funny that is what I posted online. But the point of this video is I want to revisit that idea of how to get sent home from school, because in my older video, it wasn't really clear. You had to watch the whole thing and kind of piece things together. I didn't understand the idea of getting to the point, which I guess in this video I haven't really gotten to the point quick enough. So let's get to the point right now. How to get sent home from school. Now, in this story, I was substituting in I think it was a music class. It was the middle of the day. Everyone was done lunch and they were coming into class. I was trying to take attendance early before the bell rings. I like to do that, get it out of the way. When at the door, I heard this one kid talking to one of his friends saying, "Oh man, I feel like I want to go home. You know, I'm just going to go tell the nurse that I threw up in the bathroom." I overheard that and they went on trying to figure out how to get sent home, and I was still doing the attendance and whatnot. So this kid comes up to me and says, "Oh man, I need to pass to the nurse." And I asked him, "Are you going to go tell her that you threw up in the bathroom?" And he said, "Yeah, how'd you know that?" "I've got ears, you dummy." Here's what I told this kid. How to get sent home from school. You cannot pretend that you were actually sick, as in vomiting. That is something that people can see. That's something that when you go to the nurse, they're going to say, "Oh no, which bathroom was that in? We got to go clean that up." They're going to send someone to the bathroom. They're going to see nothing. They're going to know you're faking it. And there's a lot of other videos here on YouTube about how to fake sick to go home from school or to stay home from school or something like that. You know, though, it doesn't have to be elaborate. Here's what you got to do. You've got to pretend to be sick with something that they can't prove you wrong about, like a really bad headache, something that doesn't have symptoms that can be measured. And that's what I told this kid in the music class. But first, I asked him, "Do you have someone that can come pick you up?" Because this whole thing doesn't work if you have no way to actually leave the school building. And he said that he did. He said if his mom couldn't come, then his grandmom would. They're always available. So I said, "Okay, good, this might work then. All you have to do is go to the nurse, tell her that you have a really bad headache and you're sensitive to light and you can't focus in class and you think you should just go home and rest for a little bit." So I wrote him the pass to go to the nurse, and a few minutes later he came back. It worked. Of course it worked, because I'm not stupid like you were. If you're gonna try to get sent home sick, or if you're gonna try to get sent home from school, you can do it in a couple of ways. You can fake being sick with something that they can't prove wrong, like a headache, because there's no outward symptoms of a headache. They can't take your temperature or anything and say, "Oh yeah, you have a headache," or "Oh no, you don't have a headache. You're faking it, you faker." You have to do that. You have to make sure someone can come pick you up, and you can't overuse that story. Another way to get sent home is to start a fight in the lunchroom and then get arrested and then, go through that whole process, but I don't recommend that. Remember, this video only wants to show you the one way how to get sent home from school, and that is to fake being sick with something they can't detect. Now, maybe with this video and the older video about how to get sent home from school, we'll get more people out of school and into the world spreading the message that school's a joke and you don't want to be the punchline. And you know what? I'm curious. What ways have you used to get sent home from school? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. I'll be glad to talk about that. And if this was your first time here on Capo TV, you like what you see elsewhere on the channel, and you want to help spread the message that school is a joke, hit the subscribe button now. Tell all your friends. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.